Now we want to do this cross section. We want to cut into the material, and for that we're going to create a reference on the top surface. So we should know how to do that now. Let's go to a view that will let us draw on the surface. So let's go back to our world view. So we can start from that point. And one thing we can do is maybe create a line from this point to this point. Enter. And then we can create another line from the midsection of this line, like so, to the midsection of this line. Enter. Okay, so we can move our coordinate system to this point. And to that point. Okay, that was much simpler. So now, if we go ahead and draw a rectangular shape that has a distance of 7. Well, let's see something here. What is the distance of this line? I want to check something first. So that line to this line has a distance of 22 millimeters. How is that possible? It's because it's embedded in the diameter. That is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. So if this is 22, okay, we're gonna have to make a cross section a little bit larger, because that was not the size of this is 11, and this is the size of this line is 11 here, and I'm measuring 22 in my diagram. So let's make everything twice as big. Let's see how that works. Okay, so let's do another line that is going to be from here to here. It's about, let's say 5. So construction line is going to be 5. Enter. And let's go ahead and move this. And let's go ahead and move that, or hide it. Okay, so now we have a line right here that we don't need anymore. We can just use this line right here, endpoint. Let's choose another view that it's easier to operate with. So go to my line, and let's do 11. Okay, and that 11 is going to be let's say 7. So that line is not 7, it's about 5. Line, let's do a 5. Let's do 5. Let's try to close the line here. Oops, no. Enter. Okay, let's do a trim so that we can cut this line. That enter and cut this section. Okay. All right. So now what we can do is select this line, select this line, select this line, and do a mirror. And it's going to be right there. And erase object. No, how come this one didn't get selected? So I'll mirror again with respect to this point. So no, select. I don't want to erase the objects. Okay, so now I can select those objects again. All right. Do a mirror. And we're going to use this axis very well. And I don't want to erase. Okay. So yes, that is more or less what we wanted. Okay, so if we go to a view, isometric view, and we go and show everything. So let's go ahead and hide this solid for a second. And by doing that, we can just start moving things to construction plane or layer so that it doesn't get selected. Okay, and the other thing we can do is select that line, that line, that line, that line. I'll hide this again. It will be faster. So there you go. So select those lines, 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 and join. Okay, that's excellent. Now we can take this polyline to construction layer, so we don't select it either, and connect that polyline to the construction layer. And that warning, the only thing it's telling us is that we've moved an object to the layer. That's okay. That's all. That's what I wanted. So when I go to my isometric view, I'm ready to cut through my material. Let me show you the rest of my objects. Okay, so I have two options here. Either when I choose my extrusion tool, I get my polygon and extrude it, or my objects and extrude up, creating material, adding material, or I go down and I would have and I remove material. So let's go ahead and do a view where I can choose my ending point, and that would be that ending point. And then when we go to our view, isometric view, we should be able to see that our material was cut. Okay, and that's what we have there. And also you can create curves on the edges. We already know how to do that. Now you can create the radius that you want to curve it and cut material through the rounding option. And for that, we simply use this command where you choose a curve from 3 solid, and then you select your radius, and it's going to ask you for which part of the curve you want to do, and then you select the points you want to choose. Enter, and that you can have it as aggressive as you want, right? It could be just a tiny one, or it could be a pretty large curve. This one does not have a curve, so we are ready to go. This part right here could be a mold to print some electronics, or to place a little electronic device like a sensor. You screw this mounting part onto a device or fixture. But this is how you create this part